Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we're taking another look at the now notorious Vice News channel here on YouTube. You guys seem to love my take on their Raised Without Gender video a few weeks back. In fact, it's almost got 1 million views by now, becoming my most popular video yet. Thanks a lot, guys. Today we're looking at another bullshit Vice video called Nobody Kill Anybody. Baltimore calls for weekend ceasefire. Let's check it out.
Baltimore has long been known as one of the deadliest cities in America. It's already seen 208 homicides this year, putting it on pace for its most murders ever.
Wow, I know HBO's The Wire was meant to be an accurate dramatization of crime in Baltimore, but damn, 208 murders this year already? I think that's more violent than the TV show even was.
Some frustrated residents are now pushing for a 72-hour ceasefire they're calling Nobody Kill Anybody.
You know about the Baltimore ceasefire? There's a bunch of Baltimore residents trying to have 72 hours of no murder. Okay. It's this weekend, so it's August 4th through 6th.
A lifetime of no murder, not just 72
That's
hours.
right, yeah, absolutely. All the way.
This guy gets it. While the 72-hour ceasefire is a noble idea, this crime and rampant murder needs to stop completely. Nobody Kill Anybody is just a poorly worded band-aid for the hellish problems of Baltimore.
Erica Bridgeford is sick of the rising murder rate, but when her son told her this could be a record year, she got pissed off.
So we telling everybody to tell everybody.
She's part of a group that's calling for a weekend ceasefire.
A lot of people here.
Look, I hate to make fun of this, but I really think someone else should be putting up these posters. How could the Vice crew just sit back and watch her struggle doing this with one arm? I would have had to jump in if I was there and help her. Shit, I'm getting anxiety just watching this. Somebody help that poor girl.
You saying, don't kill anybody for 72 hours, and say, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
How do you respond to that?
I say you can't make a decision with whoever you roll with that you can't keep this 6-block radius from anything happening.
This murder epidemic is a terrible problem, but I can't stop staring at this chick's earrings. They look like pieces of jeans pinned to her ears. Real talk, if she wants people to take her cause seriously, I would suggest taking those things off.
And like, what are you doing, right?
The slogan is simple, nobody kill anybody. But that's a tall order in Baltimore. The city's on track to hit 400 murders this year.
Murdered. Young lady murdered. Murdered. And it's just like murdered.
Look, guys, I'm sorry I'm focusing so much on the cosmetics here, but come on, look at this goofy-ass Vice reporter on the right here. As if that high-top haircut wasn't ridiculous enough, he's also got those over-the-top Spike Lee glasses. We get it, dude. You're black. Quit trying to lay it on so thick, brother. You look like Gerald from Hey Arnold, and not in a good way.
I don't know. It's sad, but it's reality. It's Baltimore. None of it makes sense when you look at it logically, just like the ceasefire. Okay, stop killing each other for a weekend. That does not make sense. To address people and say, okay, y'all killing each other. What's the issue? What can we do for y'all to actually try to fix this as opposed to just saying stop killing each other for the weekend?
I actually like this guy too. He's right. Like I said before, the ceasefire is just a band-aid. There's a deeper problem here Baltimore needs to address. It's like they have this cancerous problem of never-ending crime and violence, and they want to stop it by rubbing lotion on their bellies. Talk to the gangs or something. I don't know. Organize a truce. Clear out all the ghettos. Hell, I'd be down for relocating all of Baltimore at this point. Something drastic needs to be done.
Residents don't feel like the city's doing enough to address social and economic problems in the inner city. Then there's the fact that last year, more than half of all murders went unsolved. It's a cycle that can leave criminals emboldened and witnesses intimidated.
Why isn't anybody doing anything about the murders?
But we are.
What a dickhead question. This guy is a rude fucking moron. Asking the mayor why they aren't doing anything about the over 200 murders this year already? Get the fuck out of here, you jackass. I think the Vice guy tries to be a hard ass with the authorities because he blames them like many other people in the city do, and he wants to be cool with them. Well, they're all wrong. It's not the mayor's fault there's so many murders. It's the murderer's fault. She's just been put in this horrible position where she has to try and deal with all this crap.
And they don't understand what has taken place already?
She inherited a police force that the Justice Department found to be poorly trained, racist, and prone to using excessive force.
Here comes the anti-cop rhetoric. You guys ready for some real horse shit? Let's watch this guy try and blame the crime in Baltimore on the cops. The guys who are trying to fucking stop it. It's about as ridiculous as blaming firefighters for rampant house fires. But hey, let's give Vice a chance, I guess.
We're focused on how we reduce violence in our city and what we must do as a community to reduce violence, because this is not just a police issue, it's a community issue.
Do you think that this weekend, basically the ceasefire, is going to be successful?
Absolutely. I think the fact that people in the community have taken upon themselves to say, we need this to stop.
It's not just this guy's questioning that's disrespectful. His body language is very condescending too. He's like looking down and up at the mayor, like she's the one going out and murdering people herself.
But part of the reason the community is calling for a ceasefire is because they don't think the Baltimore Police Department will protect them, especially in the last couple years.
His leg broken, y'all dragging him like that.
Baltimore has seen Freddie Gray die in the back of a police van, seen 2 recent videos showing officers allegedly planting drugs, and seen 7 officers get indicted for robbing civilians.
At this point, I don't trust any arrest videos like this, but I did hear that there were some cops in Baltimore planting evidence. And sure, I'm sure there's crooked cops going around there in the city. Anyone who's seen The Wire knows that. But are they all crooked? No. Are all the cops racist? Not at all. In fact, most of them are black. Just like the mayor and the police chief, they're black. So I don't think this is racism either. I really think they're just not equipped to handle this level of crime. Baltimore sounds like a fucking war zone to me. With over 200 murders already this year, it's pretty obvious the police can't handle the crime there. And that's understandable. It sounds out of control. But the question is this crime the cops' fault? Sure, they could be better cops and work harder, but I don't even think that's going to be enough. They really just need more cops and more money for the police budget. And that's something that's really out of the police department's hands.
But Baltimore Police Department spokesman TJ Smith says the media is ignoring the positive things the department is doing. And as for the ceasefire,
we're 1,000% supportive of the idea, the concept as a police department, but we're not on the front lines of this. We're there if they need us.
And so how does that work though? Because I think in a way, we're talking about reducing murders, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't that y'all's job?
Yeah, it's everybody's job. Any community...
This disrespectful piece of shit. Giving his little condescending, curious look again, like he doesn't trust the mayor and now the police. Let me say this again to be clear. The high murder rate in Baltimore is not the cops' fault. It's the murderer's fault. The cops don't have enough manpower to stop this much bullshit. It's really as simple as that. This high-top loser saying it's the cops' job to stop murders is fucking ludicrous, especially in this context. Sure, the cops stop murders when they can, but most of the time they're called after the killing to clean things up. This isn't a fucking TV show, High Top. We're not in the movie Minority Report, where we have a pool filled with 3 psychic girls who can see murders before they happen. No, most of the time the cops are called after a murder, you retard. Then the cops trying to find out who the killer was. Murder prevention is a whole other story. Who we should be blaming here is the criminals and the thug life culture that's going on all over Baltimore. Don't blame the people trying to help you, High Top. It just makes your anti-cop bias oh so apparent.
Any community that thinks public safety is strictly law enforcement's job, they're probably a community that's failing at it.
I like this police spokesman too. Almost all the guests have been pretty good so far. It's just this wacky looking biased host who's killing me. He looks so confused and suspicious when the other guy says public safety is in the whole community's hands. Like, come on, dude. It's not the cops' fault for all the murders. I mean, maybe if we were in a normal city you might have a point here, but we're talking about 200 murders in 6 months. They need fucking armed guards to come in and stop that kind of shit. These cops aren't funded and trained for a fucking war zone. I say the blame here is on the gangs and the ghettos. It's the murderers' fault, not the people trying to catch them with their limited resources.
A lot of people are saying, we don't trust the police to be involved.
Well, I think you can find people who say that, just like you can find a ton that'll say the opposite.
Yeah, you know who says they don't trust the police? Most black people. They say that shit every day. They raise their kids to not trust the police too, as we've seen time and time again on this show, like in my review of Watch Cut Video. And then there's groups like Black Lives Matter who are race baiting even more, saying the police are racist who are out to shoot black people for no reason. So yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous to blame the police for not being trusted here, because although they've made mistakes in Baltimore, the real reason these people don't trust police is because they're raised not to, and they're bombarded with anti-police propaganda on TV and the internet. It's not all the cops' fault they're not trusted. It's the black people, their thug culture, and the race baiters' fault.
We're not focused on the negative.
There is the demographic. Who's the demographic that we're talking about? 18, 30-year-old black males for the most part. And a lot of them are the police come in and they say,
more aggressive body language coming from High Top here, who didn't even bother to put on a decent shirt for this. The spokesman's wearing a classy suit and tie, looking good. The High Top is wearing an old, worn black t-shirt. Fucking Vice reporters, man. Every goddamn time.
A lot of them aren't. That is a fallacy. That is a blanket statement to say the majority or a lot of 18 to 30-year-old black men don't trust the police.
I think there are some.
There are some. You're absolutely right. But to make it a blanket that the majority of them, I don't think there is proof positive that that's accurate if we go across the country.
Yeah, preach it, big man. I hope most black men are trusting the police. I think across the country they might. It's just in these urban areas with rampant crime that things are worse. Not only are they growing up thinking the police are out to get them, they're also committing crimes that makes them enemies of the police even more, furthering the degrading relationship between the cops and the black people.
Baltimore City Police Department isn't the best police department in America. Like, it's kind of a shame. Like, they rather chase guys on dirt bikes than chase down the guys out here killing people. You feel me?
AJ Elliott has spent his whole life in West Baltimore. He says he doesn't dislike all police. He just wishes they were better at their jobs.
Well, this is quite the catch-22 we got here. Baltimore needs better police, but it's so dangerous and shitty there, all the good potential policemen are probably leaving town. I know I would. I'm not saying this is right or fair. It sucks. But you really can't blame the cops for not being good enough at their jobs. I still say the criminals are the problem.
City officials might look at the ceasefire as a partnership, but a lot of citizens see it as the exact opposite. Fixing their own community because the city won't help them. So even if the ceasefire is successful, some people will think it was despite the government and not because of it.
Well, the city's trying to help, guys. There's only so much they can do with their finite budget. It's almost like this guy thinks the police have a bottomless pot of gold they can use to pay for everything. But hey, I don't really expect a guy who paid for a haircut like that to be very smart.
A lot of people say 72 hours, that's a Band-Aid.
Absolutely.
Hey, I said that.
You understand when you are on the front lines that everything you do in that moment is a Band-Aid. But I'm cool with people thinking that I'm naive and that this is stupid. I'm cool with that because I know that if I stopped and if all the other people in Baltimore who are doing the work, if they stop, you would really see the murder rate go up.
Basically, the murder rate is uncontrollable, is what I'm getting from this. Crime has taken over the city of Baltimore and they ignorantly blame the cops, the people trying to help them. It's a really bad situation, really. I seriously think they should send the National Guard in or something. Let's get some soldiers on the street corners and start clearing this shit out. Clearly, the Baltimore Police Department can't handle it all, and that's understandable. Perhaps they could have stopped this growth and violence a long time ago, but let's not Monday morning quarterback this shit. What we're dealing with today is over 200 murders already this year. That's the reality Baltimore is dealing with, and I really think they should stop blaming the cops and questioning their integrity. The people of Baltimore should be embracing the cops and joining their cause. Call in crimes, tell police about drug deals and possible leads. Hell, let's make more cops out there. I doubt they have enough money for it, but we gotta try something. Federal funding or even sending the Guard or FBI might be warranted at this point. These are some real possible solutions. A 72-hour ceasefire is nice and all, but it's only a start. I think the biggest first step is helping the police, not condemning and blaming them. What do you guys think about Baltimore? Is there still hope to save the city? Is the high murder rate the cops' fault or the criminals' fault? Comment below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. See y'all next time. And don't forget, this show is funded and supported by viewers like you. Like, comment, and subscribe for new videos every week. Hit that bell button below to get email notifications of our new uploads. We also have merchandise such as shirts, sweaters, stickers, and coffee mugs in our Teespring store. Join our Patreon to support monthly for as low as $1. You can get bonus videos and all kinds of cool stuff. There's also Amazon affiliate links and all of our other links in the description below. Thanks again for watching and supporting. One more thing, I want to give a special thanks to these amazing Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. You guys went above and beyond the rest, and I love you so much for it. If anyone else wants to donate or join our Patreon crew, link in the description. Thanks again.
She.